fog crept through the ancient trees like a shroud, thickening with each passing moment. The towering pines, gnarled and twisted, stood as silent sentinels, guarding the secrets of the forest. A low, lonely howl echoed in the distance, sending shivers down Mary's spine. She clutched her flashlight tightly, its feeble beam barely piercing the thick curtain of mist that surrounded her. Mary had entered the forest on a dare, her friends' laughter still ringing in her ears. "It's just a stupid story," they had said. "Nothing but old wives' tales." But as the evening light faded, the stories had taken root in her mind. Whispers of an entity that prowled these woods, a ghostly figure seeking the lost and luring the unwary into its embrace. With each step, the path grew more treacherous, the underbrush clawing at her jeans as if it wanted to pull her back. The world around her seemed to hum with an unseen energy, and the branches swayed ominously, casting grotesque shadows in her flashlight's glow. Mary called out for her friends, her voice trembling, but the only response was the wind, which seemed to mock her. She stumbled upon a clearing, the trees parting, as if to reveal a hidden secret. At the center lay a decaying cabin, its windows shattered, the door creaking slightly, as if inviting her inside. Heart racing, she approached, compelled by a mix of fear and curiosity. The air was heavy, saturated with the scent of moss and damp wood. She stepped inside, the room dark save for her flashlight beam, which flickered as if it sensed the danger lurking within. Old furniture lay strewn about in disarray, remnants of a life long abandoned. A musty smell mingled with a hint of something metallic, each breath a reminder that she was not alone. As the light danced across the walls, her heart dropped. There were scratches, deep and jagged, carved into the wood as if someone had tried to escape. Panic surged through her veins. Should she turn back? But something caught her eye. A mirror, tarnished and cracked, hung on the far wall. She moved closer, fascinated. Her own reflection stared back, but just beside it, she noticed a shadowy form, lingering just out of reach, its features indistinguishable. She blinked, and it was gone. The room spun, her breath quickening. "It's just a trick of the light," she whispered to herself, though her voice quaked with doubt. With trembling hands, she reached out to touch the mirror's surface, drawn in by the dark abyss it seemed to reflect. Suddenly, a low whisper coiled around her, a voice slithering from the depths of the cabin walls. "Help me," it breathed softly. Mary recoiled, confusion and dread battling within her. Was it a plea or a curse? She turned to flee, but the door slammed shut, echoing like a gunshot in the stillness. Her heart raced, and the temperature plummeted, ice settling in her bones. Panic boiled within her as shadows flickered around her, merging into the form she had seen in the mirror. It was tall, its limbs stretched unnaturally long, fingers curled into sinister claws, and its face a void, eyes deep wells of despair. "Why do you linger?" it hissed, voice distorted and layered, as if 1,000 voices spoke in unison. Mary stepped back, but the figure advanced, its presence suffocating. "You're here to help me. You're just like the rest." In that moment, realization dawned, a chilling insight that froze her soul. She was not the first to enter the woods. Friends' voices echoed in her mind, each one a memory. A promise of laughter vanished. They had been drawn into the same trap, their fates intertwined with this ghastly creature. "No," she wailed, turning to the mirror, desperate to escape. But the reflection showed the cabin forevermore, a prison devoid of hope. The door rattled, and the figure lunged toward her, becoming one with the shadows. As darkness enveloped her senses, the last thing Mary heard was the soft, mocking whisper, "Welcome home."